Oh, I was looking. I went into the
Inline
the
hockey.
whole of inline hockey.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so you get sucked into it. All right. Well, welcome to Where's My Skate Tool, where we talk about everything.
Episode number
5?
maybe
I think
5
it's
or
episode 5.
6.
Anyway,
We're out here.
episode 5. We're hanging out. We're doing another podcast for you guys. You seem to like it, so we're going to talk about something else. And this week, I think the thing that is the apple of our eye, at least in terms of what's catching my attention, is this whole World Roller Games thing in Barcelona.
Yep, definitely think it's catching a bunch of attention. I don't know. Seems pretty cool. Seems like a good opportunity for downhill as a collective to kind of put on our big boy or big girl pants, what have you.
So, like, get on the world stage a little bit.
Yep, for sure.
Do you think that this isn't just another ploy by corporations to try to find a way to make money off of what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of, a little this, little that. I feel like it's always a little bit of that. I mean, people are going to benefit financially from downhill in the long run, and I think, but also that's going to benefit the riders as well, and the people that make the media.
I would hope so. Seeing more money in the industry being invested in the companies that care, so that way they can keep giving us products to give away at smaller events that maybe can't afford a full sponsorship or that isn't capable of being, thousands of dollars for prize money to bring out large names, but it's still grassroots. It's still the thing that keeps people skateboarding and talking about skateboarding, and I think that that's important.
So how important is it, kind of weighing those two out, how important is it to kind of keep it just about, I guess what kind of footprint do you think us as an industry needs to have going into this new kind of forefront of involvement by
if we think about this in the larger scale, right? This World Roller Games is a stepping stone. So this isn't going to be the end all be all. This is just our introduction into the world stage. What may be something to consider culturally, skate culturally, is what we say and do and how we present ourselves outside of the immediate circle of people that are participating in this thing.
Okay.
So, ever since I first started making videos, guys like Max Dubler have always been there to say, hey, that thing doesn't exactly fly right. And sometimes I would disagree with them. Most of the time I would disagree with them, actually. But that wasn't the point. And other people would say the same things, too. This is just the first person I thought off the top of my head because I remember his comments about it. So it's one of those things where without that group to say, hey, this, or without those people to say, maybe reconsider your opinion, you would just keep on going with the way you're thinking. Just like, almost like bombing down a straight hill. You just keep on going until you wreck.
Yeah, for sure. Which kind of brings me to kind of wonder about what's the leadership in the World Roller Games? Like, what's our representation, at least with that? And you think we'll be able to, do they really seek for, like, community involvement when they, like the Olympic Committee, when they...
Yeah, so the people, or you could say, like, these are people who care about roller games, right? Or they care about wheel sports.
Yeah.
I guess you could just call it that. And then this organization that's running it, I think that considering how much effort they've gone into to protecting the riders, it shows that they have a vested interest in their safety and thus their success.
Okay,
so I think
knowing a bit of what the industry, heads would have to say. About stuff.
But I still think
it seems like, actually, it seems like Kevin had some input on what was going on in Canada, and they seem like they kind of took his input into, I guess they got like some kind of thing where they didn't pull exactly everyone from the former IDF, results. They got like 3 people, just like random picks that were like really good people in Canada.
Good, yeah, man, because we all know
it's gonna take involvement like that, going forward to kind of get things right. The right mix of what we know is the way downhill should be represented and what whatever the industry real industry.
If every time you ate an egg, somebody brought it out to you and it was an ostrich egg, and then one time somebody brought you out a chicken egg, you would have no idea what you were looking at. You'd be like, what the heck is going on? Like, that's not what I always eat. So if people grow accustomed to only seeing one side of downhill, and that is like the super sleek, super staunch, very focused racer type, then I think that you might miss the mark in appealing to the audience member or the future skater that would be inspired by this, that would see the more flowy, more stylish person just enjoying themselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
you made kind of a point earlier in the just the general conversation that we had before the podcast started about how there are enough iterations of inline skateboarding. I'm sorry, of inline skating, that there shouldn't be any similar restrictions on downhill skateboarding, because luging is a separate thing, but like I'm thinking of slalom. So you have slalom skating, you have downhill skateboarding, and then like within downhill skateboarding you have downhill free riding, and then you have people that like can actually make corners without putting their hands down. And I think that your comment about having
comparable speeds for sure.
So
I think it would be, I don't know, it would be cool to consider maybe down the line a stand-up iteration of what we have in the roller games currently. But, first things first, we got to get our people represented that are going now, and make sure they're taken care of. Also, shout out to all the people from NC specifically.
Oh, yeah. Well, shout out to everybody who's on the world. Yeah, first of all, shout out to everybody on the World Roller Games team. Wait, speaking of, like, who's on the team? Who is representing us? Like, I got the list of all the women that will be either there competing or there in support.
Yeah, where'd you find that at?
It's actually on their GoFundMe page. You guys, I'll make sure to link to that in the bottom of this. Please do go and fund the women's downhill team for the United States. We need to represent and we need to support the people that are representing us.
100%.
And it's incredibly important. So
you'd also think that this information would be a little bit easier to come by.
It is not easy to find. I think that they are doing a disservice to the sport itself by not making it easier to access this information. The fact that I had to go to the girls' team GoFundMe page that I found on YouTube to find a list of the skaters that are going to be there is a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen it like just in a couple random places, but it should definitely be more centralized. You said it's not even on the.
It's not on the YouTube page. There should be or on the YouTube page, on the Instagram page. There should be a picture with like a list of all the riders.
Or the Team USA page.
Yeah, like I mean, come on, something.
I don't even think I see it.
Yeah, like the TeamUSA.org page for that represents an aspect of this games is not showing it, and I don't necessarily agree with that. But anyway, so the girls' team is obviously Emily Pross, who has just been dominating the scene forever. Rachel Bruskoff, she's Rachel Bagels. She's just a beast. Bagels. Love that girl. Teresa Gilchrist, Julia Barklow, nice. Ashley Weinkoff, and
boom.
Oh, we are very stoked to see Ashley Weinkoff in the World Roller Games.
All the girls are gonna slay it.
All the girls are gonna slay it. And Candy Dungan, obviously, Colorado. Those are the six people on the women's team that are going to be going out there representing us. Do you have the guys list?
I do not.
So we know that it's Aaron got an invite. I can't remember if Aaron accepted it. Dana is gotten an invite. Adam Westfall. Shout out Adam Westfall. NC. You said there's
3 more dudes, right?
Yeah, we're missed. That's the thing, man. We need this information. So I don't know if World Roller Games or anybody from that would ever pay attention to this, but by golly, if somebody could tag them in this and tell them to please make clear lists of everybody that's going to be in this.
It's kind of disappointing. It's not even on the WRG page yet.
Yeah, these people have already accepted your invitations to go to this thing. You need to have some evidence of them on the page, so that way we can support them and choose to want to pay attention to this. But anyway, I mean, it's a kind of a nice website. You guys did all right. Anyway, I don't want to go too deep in it.
Yeah, no, I just looked a little bit deeper. It's definitely not on there. But I mean, shout out to everything we have going so far.
Hey, if you do know who's in it, or if you are in it, comment below. Let us know. We want to be informed.
Shout out to you. Sorry to the other 3 guys that we did not mention.
Also,
shout out to all the losers. I only know Matt Bartlett's going. Shout out to the Southeast.
Shout out.
But yeah, shout out to everybody that's going.
And then the Canadians, the Canucks.
Now we do have to get into. I know this is topic of conversation, the course. How do you feel about it? Just watch the video.
All right, guys.
Some other opinions about it.
Can I please be honest
haven't
real
really
quick?
Heard a Stoked one yet?
Yeah, can I be honest? Lame-a-fa. It's lame. It's lame. It's lame, and I
Not really a good course.
I'm not enthralled by it, and I'm trying not to use any worse terms because I feel like lame and not being excited by it is enough to say that this is too slow.
Nobody in downhill is like, without taking some kind of, I don't know, without kind of like taking into consideration everybody's feelings about it. Nobody's stoked. Nobody's actually stoked on what that course looks like.
I have not seen anybody. Yeah,
Don't tell me your reason for backing the World Roller Games or the Olympic, venture. That course sucks, and it's not ideal.
So let's going back to the previous points that we were talking about in terms of entertainment and the ways that we want to present ourselves. I don't necessarily think the course is going to reflect us. I don't think that course is going to reflect the talent of the riders that are going to be on it. You've essentially just created a spot for tons of people to stand around and watch people grip corners.
Yeah, I don't think that's a place we can compromise. That's what we were talking about earlier as an industry. Well, as on a course like that.
Well, if I were to say this, all right, so I get it, right? I get the World Roller Games. They have to be able to promote this. They have to be able to let audiences watch the race. And it's limited space. It's happening in Barcelona, so they're trying to make all these events happen in one place. Downhill skateboarding is one of those things that kind of requires a specific set of circumstances to have a specific level of excitement.
Yeah, ideal situation, yeah.
So, that being said, Tenerife is not far from Barcelona. Y'all could have held a race there. That thing would have been crazy.
Next World Roller Games.
Yo, it's part of Spain, isn't it? I thought. Am I that bad at my geology?
This is just
a geology
campaign out there, but
yeah.
Tenerife. That's it.
Yeah.
Tenerife next year.
Yeah, you guys. I need something that's more exhilarating. If I wouldn't watch a raw run on that road, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I watched the luge run on that road. And they didn't get above 37 when they were drafting each other.
Yeah, it will be...
Losers go faster than downhill skateboarders do. We're going to be going 30 miles an hour. Like,
at the finish line.
That's embarrassing. Usain Bolt runs like 27 miles an hour.
It's all grip.
He could run as fast as these guys are going to be going down this course.
But
all right, so I've expressed my disappointment. Now I'm going to level out and just say, look, anything is better than nothing. I just think that we can't sit and not say how we wish that this could have been improved upon, or how we hope that next time we'll see something a little bit more reflective on that.
Yeah. But all that being said, stoked on, the future, things to come.
Yes. And, skateboarding is not dead. I don't care whoever says that. They're lying. They don't know what they're talking about.
And just... yeah, I think that'll wrap up this episode of, Where's My Skate Tool?
Yeah, I definitely think that we've found the skate tool in this conversation right now.
Boom.
For sure, bro. Boom.
Later.
Done.